What is going on, everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So in today's video, what I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to create a customized layout on Webull that is going to look similar to this or however you would like. This is my customized layout. I'm going to briefly discuss what I have here, why I have what I have on this layout, and then we're going to go build out a new custom layout. This is actually one of the trades that I'm in. Grabbed it this morning here just under $18, and it's made a significant push. Massively oversold as of this morning, overreaction to a vote date being pushed back, and so now I capitalize on that trade, and really it's pushing on up. And so this is kind of me using the Webull platform. I use it. I actually really enjoy it. I don't just promote it here. And if you ever want to grab a free stock up to $1,600 in value, links down below in the pinned comment and description can do that for you. So let me get myself out of the screen so that we have more room. We can see everything here. All right, so briefly going over what I have on this screen. I don't want to make this video too long. I want to make it pretty easy to understand so you guys can take action and go with it. So right off the bat here, what I have is my positions, a watch list on the left-hand side. I then have a big chart. I have some indicators pull up on the chart, and then I have this down below, which is a bunch of different things. Now, I actually could scroll down even further. I can even fix the sizings. I don't have the sizings perfectly, perfect, but it works for me for right now. Profile of the company, all these different things, press releases, all this stuff. If I want it, I have it right down there. My trading window, I want to take a look at what the S&P, the Dow, and the NASDAQ are doing just so I get a sense if I'm going to make a trade. If I'm making a quicker day trade or if I'm trying to make a trade, are we down on the NASDAQ or are we down on the S&P right now? Is that going to hurt, or can that have an impact on my trade? Is the stock performing similar? Can I, see a pattern? Can I see a trend in the stock? And, really kind of connect that here to what I'm seeing here. I just like to have that. We have level 2. This is also going to be free for 3 months when you sign up, or if you sign up to Webull. This usually is a thing you have to pay extra for because it's a little bit more advanced quotes, so you're not just going to be seeing the bid and the ask. You're actually able to see a little bit beyond that, which is really, really cool, and I highly recommend you use this. It's a very, very useful tool. When trading, you can really see where the orders are stacking up, where the sellers are, where some buyers may be coming in. Very, very helpful. Time in sale is going to be showing you all the orders that are going on through, which is pretty cool, and the size of them. And then we obviously have the quotes up here, things like that. Then I have this little kind of like a scanner, I guess. So it's really just going to be showing me the top gainers, top losers on the day. And I can change that to pre-market, after hours, in the past 5 minutes. So I can really get a good sense. And it's a quick way to kind of, if you're doing some research, you want to find some stocks, very quick way to do that. So now, okay, that's cool. Okay, great. How do we actually do this ourselves? How do we create our own customized layout? So up on the top right, what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to click on this new layout. You have the ability to go to the add widgets, which I'll talk more about. We want to go to click on a new layout. So here we are. So I have my swing trading layout that I have, which is like my basic, kind of customized template that I set here, which is what I have customized, right? They have some defaults. You can kind of start from one of these different layouts if you would like. I don't personally like how they're specifically laid out, but you can start there for sure and kind of build off of that if that is helpful for you if you're a brand new beginner. But if you really want to do this perfectly the way you want to do this, I would click on the blank layout and then go from there. So now we're on to the add widget section, which is in the top right here of the screen. We have the quote, trade, stocks, general, and market. Each of these tabs will have different widgets for you to add. Now, when it comes to quote, I think it's almost, I know some people trade without charts, but I think a chart must be a part of your layout here. Whether you like it or not, I think technical analysis is actually very, very key to trading. Let's have getting a good idea as to what's going on. It's very, very visual for me. Now, what I do personally is you can add this options little widget, right? And so, for example, we're looking at SPY, so the S&P 500 ETF. What I actually do myself is I take this widget, and what you can do for any widget, right? You can grab the widget and put it into a different widget. Now, what does that mean? Okay, so now what we have here is we have a little bit of an option. So we can look at the chart, or we can go to options. Now, if you want to see the chart while you're looking at the options, then don't put them together. But if you don't care, like for me, I'm not a huge option trader, but if I'm going to trade options, I don't need the chart. So I have them on in the same section like this. And so I'm looking at the chart. Okay, this looks good. I'm looking for maybe this is my area of resistance or support if it drops below or goes, like for example, we're kind of bouncing off it. I might be looking at buying calls right now for the S&P. So okay, that looks good to me. I go and find my calls. They're on the left-hand side, puts are on the right-hand side, and boom, I kind of have what I have, and there it is. If you want to learn more about how this layout works, how options trading works on this platform, I'm actually going to have a video, or I already have a video out here on the channel going over how to trade options on Webull and how to trade options on Webull 4.0, because this is the 4.0 desktop version, which is new, okay? So that's what I do. And then from there, I think you gotta have a quote. How can you not have a quote? Just see the actual price of the stock. So you kind of have to have the quote. Here's this little more section. So it depends upon how large you make this widget. Well, it really depends on what you're going to be able to see here in this quote section. So you click on the more, obviously, to get more information, or you can kind of drag it out to the right. You can drag it down, and then that kind of shows you what the cap of what you have here is. And so if you have room for it, or if the room works for you, boom, then maybe this is kind of how you want to size out your quote. And if you like it in the middle of the screen, that's up to you. Go with what works for you, right? It depends on what works for you. Maybe on the left-hand side, you like the chart. Maybe you like on the right-hand side. If you're a lefty, righty, who knows, right? Whatever works best for you. If you have multiple monitors, things like that. So those are those three. Then we have the key statistics. I mean, not a huge thing. I think you're going to get a decent amount of information from what you have here. If you want to see that, then that's great. You have access to that. I think you actually get that here. And so that's that. Now, if you want to delete this, you go right here, remove widget, boom, just like that. Time and sales, I love time and sales, and you can make this, it's actually pretty small. So now I just put time and sales with the quote. I wouldn't do that. I would like to look at time and sales all the time. Now, there's no need for time and sales to be this wide. I would move time and sales like this, and it can easily kind of fit down into any section, little sliver that you would like, and it's really helpful. I think it's very, very helpful from there. Order book, here's going to be your level 2, so here's your NASDAQ level 2 by NASDAQ. Total view here, I love it. I really, really love it, and you get it also on the app version as well. This is not the app, this is the desktop version, of course. They have a little volume analysis little widget right here. If you think that's helpful to you, you can grab that. I'm just going to toss that into this widget as well, just because why not? And that pretty much sums up what you have there. Then we go to the more trade section. So you have the order entry. I don't like to use this. I think it's kind of not the easiest of layouts. Now, some people might like to use this. I don't. So what you can do is go to add order, and then you can type in your ticker. You can go, well, go through the whole process. For me, it doesn't really make sense. I don't like to do that because here's why. Let's show you. So what I like to do is use classic trade. Now, I don't like to use active trade because I think it's a little bit more, if you're gonna be more like quickly day trading in and out, maybe this makes sense for you, the active trade, which is right here. I don't need to buy at the market or the bid. I'm not going to bother with that 100 share. You can customize this, of course, but I'm not going to bother with that. So I'm going to remove that widget right there as well. Now, what it comes down to here, you can put your account information, your positions, if you want a position list, boom. Here's where I actually use this because I can put my positions up on the left-hand side, like a watch list, something like that. This works for me. I'm going to remove that for right now, but we're going to talk about this active or this classic trade widget right here. I like to have it decently wide, and then what you can do is you can actually go in and customize these numbers, right? These percentages and these numbers. So see these, how I have a 10, 50, 100, 500? Well, we come in here, right? Go to settings. And this is where you can actually change from dark mode to light mode. You can change your candle style, but go to trade and then boom, here we go. So here's my 10, 50, 100, 500, and I can even add 2 more options if I wanted to as well. So you have full customization to that, and you can also do the percentages. I don't actually do percentages, although some people love that. That's just not how I do it. I like to go in shares, okay? So now we go back to our layout, which is the customized section right here. And we have buy, sell, or short, okay? And then here we go, limit order, market, stop, stop limit, trailing stop. I actually have a video going over the Webull order types. It's kind of from a while ago, but if you guys want to check it out, highly would recommend that video if you are confused there. Time and force, day. Good till cancel just means that if you, let's say you set a limit order right now and it's below the price of SPY, it will just sit until it gets filled or you cancel it. Good till canceled, right? Hence the name, okay? Extended hours, I always have this checked because sometimes it doesn't really matter to me. I'm usually trading pre-market, after hours, during the day. It doesn't matter, so I always have that checked. And that's why, for me, it works. It's easier just so I don't have to worry about checking that. If, let's say it's after hours, I forget, something like that happens, it's always checked. And then you can have a stop loss or a take profit. So you can kind of literally like make a trade completely like set up for you, like just like that. Where you can have a stop loss, you have your limit price you're putting in for your order. Or let's say you want to market buy. but you have a stop loss, like for example, SPY. Let's say I was to buy SPY right now. It's actually starting to make a run up, but I want to have a stop loss right here at that 323.50, right? So I put the stop loss in. And then my limit price for taking profit. Let's say, okay, I see this 324.65. I'm going to put my take profit right below that level because that's potentially an area of resistance. Boom, I can have the trade set up for me. I don't have to do anything. And then either the limit hits, the sell hits, or the stop hits, and it's like, it's black and white. There's no, maybe I'll hold a little bit longer. It's like you can kind of set that up for yourself, and I think that's very, very helpful, and it's a pretty cool tool to use. So there you go. That's pretty much what I like to use when it comes to trading. Outside of that, you can put your account information, banking, all that stuff. Here we go with the stock information. So you can look at the order flow. This is what I do for all this section for the stocks. I put everything in the same widget. So here's how it works. So we have the news, we have the order flow. You can kind of see what's going on here. I just put them all in. I literally take financials if I want to get a quick view of the financials, balance sheet, cash flow. Boom. This is the SPY. You're not going to get that from the SPY, but if you're looking at like a stock like Apple or something, you'll get information there. PRs, corporate actions, buy, sells, things like that, short interest, the profile of the company, institutional holdings. I think that's pretty cool to look at. So I have all these just kind of put in here, and then I have them, like I showed before, underneath my chart. So if I ever want to look at it, I can come in quick and I can get a good sense as to what's going on. Now we come back to the general. I can put the screeners, I can put messages. I don't really do that. I have my watch list little section like I showed you guys before. I was using that. Messages, alerts, if you want to use trading alerts. I don't actually use them really, to be honest, too much, but if you have alerts for like, if SPY goes over 325, I want to get an alert because maybe if I have a position, I want to take profit or I want to look at it again or something like that, right? That's what you can do there. Screeners, it's a whole section right here is the screeners, but you can actually have a widget on your custom layout, which is very, very helpful. And then the last section is market, which I think is very, very helpful. So here's that index chart showing you the S&P, the Dow, NASDAQ, right, that I was showing before. So there's that. You can get a global market widget, which you can find that here in the market section. But if you want to get a sense as to how global markets are performing, well, that's really good to see, right? You can get that. I put it into there, whatever I want to do. And then let's keep going down the line. Heat map. This is actually really cool to see sectors, to look through the sectors, what sectors are hot, what sectors are not. Things like that, that's very, very beneficial to you. And so I think that's thing that you definitely want to at least potentially add or use at some point because you have the ability here on Webull. And then here's where I have my top gainers. I also added the most active so I can kind of see what's going on. And this is why I put them together because they kind of fall into the same category: hot stocks, hot ETFs, hot industries, all those different things, IPO calendars. This is actually really cool. I think it's very useful stuff. Now, there's one thing that's very, very important when it comes to this whole platform, however you want to build it out, set it up. This is very, very, very cool, so pay attention here. So see this right here, set as a group? Very, very cool. So if I click on the one, right, this is setting this as a group. So what does that actually mean? How does that work? So see how you have this little search bar up here? If I want to type in Apple, right, AAPL, right, if I type in Apple, that's cool. We have the Apple chart now pulled up. What is this? This is saying SPY. This is saying SPY, SPY, SPY. What you need to do is come in here and set everything to the same group that you want to change when you change one thing. So this could be very dangerous if, let's say, you're looking at Apple, but then you're going in to place an order and you're placing an order with SPY and you didn't realize it. So setting everything as a group, now watch. I change it here to SPY, and then guess what? Every widget that's set as group 1 is going to change to SPY. Now, some widgets it doesn't really matter because you're not actually looking at one singular ticker, but for at least the chart, the level 2, the order book, the quotes, of course, and the trade window, you want to make sure you have everything set to the same group so that you don't make that mistake, because it's a common mistake that I actually made certainly many times in the past without even realizing it when I just got started. So hopefully this makes sense. I know this layout isn't perfect, but here's my swing trade layout that will go back over to what I like to do. And then you can customize this, you can change the name, you can save this layout right here, save as a customized layout, and then it should show up as a customized layout for you. And just like that, you're pretty much all set and ready to go. Look at this, my trade now here for FMCI. is actually pushing up again. So we're breaking new highs here. Actually, we got to break over that 2250. We're getting close for a pretty solid, like almost 30% now in terms of this actual trade, which is, I like it. I can't complain. We might even turn green here on the day, which would be a big time bullish sign going into the rest of the week. So we'll see what happens there. And with that being said, hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. Make sure you jump down below to get your free stock up to $1,600 with Webull. All you have to do is deposit $100. You're also going to get access to NASDAQ Level 2 for 3 months. And that is that. If you have any other questions about Webull, what it is, how it works, all that stuff, hopefully, I answered some things here. But leave them in the comments below or go out and check some other videos on my channel because I've talked about it a lot. I've been using it for now over a year. And I've actually felt like I feel like it's a pretty solid platform that has worked very well for me. That being said, make sure you guys hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to the channel. I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.